to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Mohammed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Sheffield and I'm joined by one of the most exciting young heavyweights this country has to offer. Is that a fair introduction?
Yeah, do you know what? I really appreciate that. It's one of the best introductions I've had, but yeah, I like that.
Well, I think you're deserving it and earning it, Matty, from what you've done early on in your career. Obviously disappointing last week that you can get out. All the undercard, of course, disappointing for them as well. Couldn't get out because of what happened with EUBANK Jr. and BENN and the collapse of that fight. So have you sort of got over that now, Matty?
Yeah, I was back in the gym on Monday, so just back to normal, really. Obviously, it's really disappointing having a fight pulled from underneath your feet, 48 hours out? But obviously, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing that can be done about it. The blame, as I said, the truth, I'm not into blaming people and pointing the finger and saying X and Y about people, especially without having all the facts in front of me. But as I said, it was disappointing. Not just the fact that I didn't get to fight as well, the fact that we don't get paid for it. You don't get your sponsors and all that kind of stuff. I left that week on losing money. Do you know what I mean? This is what I do for a living. It's not like, yeah, exactly that. I haven't got no other source of income but boxing. So yeah, I was gonna say, obviously it's extremely disappointing, but I've been given. I've had a chat with my promoters and they're working on something for me. So yeah, just that makes me feel a lot more positive about it.
Yeah, I'm sure Wasserman, Kaller and Issa were straight on it in terms of getting you a rescheduled date, so that's good to hear. I'm sure we'll have news soon. Yeah, I remember actually speaking to you on the Wednesday night or the Tuesday night in the hotel, and Wednesday, and I said to you, yeah, I think there's a chance this could get pulled tomorrow, and you looked at me like, what? This better not get pulled. So yeah, God knows what you guys were going through, but it's boxing.
Yeah, exactly. With that kind of stuff, as I said, I was just trying my very best through the whole process to remain optimistic. As far as I was concerned, I was fighting until someone from Matchroom or Wasserman or my manager came up to me and said otherwise. So as far as I was still preparing like I was going to fight, still sticking to my sleep, eating times, protein shake times, exactly as I was supposed to. And then obviously we was told, I think I got a text in the morning because the press conference was supposed to be at 12. So I've got up ready for that, then I've been told it's got pushed back and then pushed back again, and then obviously we've had it cancelled last minute. So yeah, there's not really much for us to do about that, but yeah, as I said, I sulked for a few days. I was disappointed, but as I said, the main thing is progression, and that's the thing that upset me a little bit about that fight being pulled from underneath us, is that it halts my progression. Obviously, it's not that bad. I get pushed back another 8 weeks or so. So yeah, and I was gonna say, big shout. Obviously, Kaller and Nissa and the people at Wasserman wouldn't have had much of a say in what happened. But I was gonna say, big shout out to them as well for getting me out as soon as possible. I'm happy with that. As I say, I really haven't got any complaints about it.
Sure, the rest of 2022 is about progression, as you said, very early on in your career. What are we looking at next year, and specifically probably later on in 2023? I'm sure you're looking at title fights for the end of next year. Is that realistic?
Yeah, as I said, I will fight whoever my manager and promoters put in front of me. That side of boxing, I try my best not to get involved with it. I'll fight whoever they want me to.
In your head, do you think that's a reasonable ambition? English, British titles end of next year?
I think definitely English. I think that's very achievable. I'm only 22, so as I said, it's about managing when to push and when to hold back a little bit, when to go for it and when to consolidate my experience, kind of thing. As I said, I'm a relatively inexperienced professional. Well, I am an inexperienced professional fighter. I've only had 3 fights. I'm 22 years old. I've got to be one of, if not the youngest in the country. So, and when do you reach your physical peak? Was it 28, 29, 30 for heavyweights into the 30s? So that's what I'm saying. I've got a long career ahead of me. So, as I said, I've got good people around me and I've got a good team around me. So I trust them. If they tell me, especially my coach tells me I can go out there and beat a guy, I'm going to go out there and beat him. It makes no odds to me. A title, yeah, I'd be happy with that. And I say, But as I said, depends what and who's got it. I'll leave it up to them. So yeah.
Well, if you keep knocking people out like the way you're doing, you might not get any fights. People might not want to fight you, but yeah.
I know. Do you know what it is? I'm trying to build up a highlight reel of knockouts, and that's the thing. Not only that, because knockouts sell tickets. Knockouts bring in bigger money, does it not? So I was going to say, it's good for. I need the experience in the ring. That's great, but I'm also trying to get paid, and I'm trying to knock people out and accomplish things in the sport. So yeah, I am going to keep knocking people out if that's what you want.
That's definitely what we want to see. Matty Harris, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and yeah, we'll get a catch up when you've got some concrete news and a new date. Okay?
All right, appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something. Completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.